Om. 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वं सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत् स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवेति नित्यम् तद् ब्रह्मनिष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्गः।
तत्त्वबोधः वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रम् त्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम् मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते। साधनचतुष्टयसम्पन्नाधिकारिणाम् मोक्षसाधनभूतम् तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारं वक्ष्यामः। साधनचतुष्टयं किम्? नित्यावस्तुविवेकः इहामुत्रागविरागः शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति। नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः कः? नित्यस्त्वेकं ब्रह्म तद्व्यतिरिक्तं सर्वमनित्यम् अयमेव नित्यवस्तुविवेकः। विरागः कः? इह स्वर्गभोगेषु इच्छारहित्यम् शमादिसाधनसम्पत्तिः का? शमो दम उपरमस्तितिक्षा श्रद्धा समाधां चेति। शमः कः? मनोनिग्रहः। मः कः? चक्षुरादिबाह्येन्द्रियनिग्रहः। उपरमः कः? स्वधर्मानुष्ठानमेव। तितिक्षा का? शीतोष्णसुखदुःखादिसहिष्णुत्वम्। श्रद्धा कीशी? गुरुवेदान्तवाक्यादिषु विश्वासश्रद्धा। समाधानं किम् चित्तैकाग्रता मुमुक्षुत्वं किम् मोक्षो मे भूयादितीच्छा एतत् साधनचतुष्टयम् ततस्तत्त्वविवेकस्याधिकारिणो भवन्ति तत्त्वविवेकः कः आत्मा सत्यदन्यत् सर्वं चेति आत्मा कः स्थूक्ष्मकारणशरीरात् पञ्चकोऽतीतः सन् अवस्थात्रयसाक्षी सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः सन् यस्तिष्ठति स आत्मा स्थूलशरीरम् पञ्चमहाभूतैः कर्मजन्यम् दुःखादिगायतनं शरीरम् अस्ति जायते वर्धते विपरिणमते क्षीयते विनश्यति षड्विकारवयस्थूलशरीरम् सूक्ष्मशरीरं किम् पञ्चीकृतपञ्चमहाभूतैः कृतं सत् कर्मजन्यम् सुखदुःखादिसाधनम् पञ्चज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चकर्मेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चप्राणादयः चैकम् बुद्धिश्चैका एवं सप्तदशकलशः यत्तिष्ठति तत्सूक्ष्मशरीरम् श्रोत्रं त्वक्चक्षुः रसनाघ्रानिति पञ्चज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि श्रोत्रस्य दिग्भता त्वचो वायुः चक्षुषः सूर्यः रसनाया वरुणः घ्रस्य अश्विनौ इति ज्ञानेन्द्रियदेवताः श्रोत्रस्य विषयः शब्दग्रहणम् त्वचो विषयः स्पर्शग्रहणम् चक्षुषो विषयः रूपग्रहणम् रसनाया विषयः रसग्रहणम् घ्राणस्य विषयः गन्धग्रहणम् इति वाक्पाणिपाद वायुपस्थानि इति पञ्चकर्मेन्द्रियाणि वाचो देवता वह्निः हस्तयोरिन्द्रः पादयोर्विष्णुः पायोर्मृत्युः उपस्थस्य प्रजापतिरिति कर्मेन्द्रियदेवता वाचो विषयः भाषणम् पाण्योर्विषयः वस्तुग्रहणम् पादयोर्विषयः गमनम् पायोर्विषयः मलत्यागः उपस्थस्य विषयः आनन्दः कारणशरीरं किम् अनिर्वाच्य अनाद्यविद्यारूपम् शरीरद्वयस्य कारणमात्रम् सत्स्वरूपाज्ञानम् निर्विकल्परूपम् यदस्ति कारणशरीरम् अवस्थात्रयं किम् जाग्रत्स्वप्नसुषुप्त्यवस्थाः जाग्रदवस्था का श्रोत्रादिज्ञानेन्द्रियैः शब्दादिविषयैश्च ज्ञायते इति यत् सा जाग्रदवस्था स्थूलशरीराभिमानी आत्मा विश्व इत्युच्यते। स्वप्नावस्था केति चेत् जाग्रदवस्थायां यद्दृष्टं यच्छ्रुतं तज्जनितवासनया निद्रामये यः प्रपञ्चः प्रतीयते सा स्वप्नावस्था सूक्ष्मशरीराभिमानी आत्मा तैजस इत्युच्यते। अतः सुषुप्त्यवस्था का अहं किमपि न जानामि सुखेन मया निद्रानुभूयत इति। सुषुप्त्यवस्था कारणशरीराभिमानी आत्मा प्राज्ञ इत्युच्यते। पंचकोशाः के अन्नमयः प्राणमयः मनोमयः विज्ञानमयः आनन्दमयश्चेति। अन्नमयः कः अन्नरसेनैव भूत्वा अन्नरसेनैव वृद्धिं प्राप्य अन्नरूपपृथिव्यां यद्विलीयते तदन्नमयः कोशः। स्थूलशरीरम् प्राणमयः कः प्राणाद्याः पञ्चवायवः वागादीन्द्रियपञ्चकम् मिलित्वा यो भवति स प्राणमयः कोशः। मनोमयः कः मनश्च ज्ञानेन्द्रियपञ्चकम् मिलित्वा यो भवति स मनोमयः कोशः। विज्ञानमयः कः बुद्धिज्ञानेन्द्रियपञ्चकम् मिलित्वा यो भवति स विज्ञानमयः कोशः। आनन्दमयः कः एवमेव कारणशरीरभूत अविद्यास्थमलिनसत्त्वं प्रियादिवृत्तिसहितं सत् आनन्दमयः कोशः। एतत्कोशपञ्चकम् मदीयं शरीरं मदीयाः प्राणाः मदीयं मनश्च मदीया बुद्धिः मदीयं ज्ञानमिति स्वेनैव ज्ञायते। तद्यथा मदीयत्वेन ज्ञातं कटककुण्डलगृहादिकं स्वस्माद्भिन्नं तथा पञ्चकोशादिकं मदीयत्वेन ज्ञातं आत्मा न भवति। आत्मा तर्हि कः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः सत् किं कालत्रयेऽपि तिष्ठतीति सत्। चित् किं ज्ञानस्वरूपः आनन्दः कः सुखस्वरूपः। एवं सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपं स्वात्मानं विजानीयात्। अथ चतुर्विंशतितत्त्वोत्पत्तिप्रकारं वक्ष्यामः। ब्रह्माश्रया सत्त्वरजस्तमो गुणात्मिका माया अस्ति ततः आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोस्तेजः तेजस आपः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य सात्विकांशात् श्रोत्रेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् वायोः सात्विकांशात् त्वगिन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् अग्नेः सात्विकांशात् चक्षुरिन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् जलस्य सात्विकांशात् रसनेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् पृथिव्याः सात्विकांशात् घ्राणेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां समष्टिसात्विकांशात् मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्त अन्तःकरणानि सम्भूतानि संकल्पविकल्पात्मकं मनः निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धिः अहङ्कर्ता अहङ्कारः चिन्तनकर्तृचित्तम् मनसो देवता चन्द्रमाः बुद्धेर्ब्रह्मा अहङ्कारस्य रुद्रः चित्तस्य वासुदेवः एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां आकाशस्य राजसांशात् वागिन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् वायोः राजसांशात् पादेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् अह्नेः राजसांशात् पाणीन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् जलस्य राजसांशात् स्थेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् पृथिव्याः राजसांशात् गुदेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् एतेषां समष्टिराजसांशात् पञ्चप्राणाः सम्भूताः एतेषां पञ्चतत्त्वानां तामसांशात् पञ्चीकृतपञ्चमहाभूतानि भवन्ति पञ्चीकरणं कथमेत् एतेषां पञ्चमहाभूतानां तामसांशस्वरूपम् एकं एकं भूतं द्विधा विभज्य एकमेकमर्धम् पृथक् तूष्णीं व्यवस्थाप्य अपरमपरमर्धम् चतुर्धा विभज्य स्वार्धं येषु अर्धेषु स्वभागचतुष्टयसंयोजनं कार्यम् तदा पञ्चीकरणं भवति एतेभ्यः पञ्चीकृतपञ्चमहाभूतेभ्यः स्थूलशरीरं भवति एवं पिण्डब्रह्माण्डयोः ऐक्यं सम्भूतम् स्थूलशरीराभिमानी जीवनामकं ब्रह्म प्रतिबिम्बं भवति स एव जीवः प्रकृत्या स्वस्मात् ईश्वरं भिन्नत्वेन जानाति अविद्योपाधिः सन् आत्मा जीव इत्युच्यते मायोपाधिः सन् आत्मा ईश्वर इत्युच्यते एवमुपाधिभेदात् जीवेश्वरभेददृष्टिः यावत्पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत्पर्यन्तं जन्ममरणादिरूपसंसारः न निवर्तते। तस्मात् कारणात् न जीवेश्वरयोः भेदबुद्धिः स्वीकार्या। ननु साहंकारस्य किञ्चिज्ञस्य जीवस्य निरहंकारस्य सर्वज्ञस्य ईश्वरस्य तत्त्वमसीति महावाक्यात् कथमभेदबुद्धिः स्यात्। उभयोः विरुद्धधर्माक्रान्तत्वात् इति चेन्न स्थूलसूक्ष्मशरीराभिमानी त्वं पदवाच्यार्थः उपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं समाधिदशासम्पन्नं शुद्धं चैतन्यं त्वं पदलक्ष्यार्थः। एवं सर्वज्ञत्वादिविशिष्ट ईश्वरः तत्पदवाच्यार्थः उपाधिशून्यं शुद्धचैतन्यं तत्पदलक्ष्यार्थः। एवञ्च जीवेश्वरयोः चैतन्यरूपेण अभेदे बाधकाभावः। एवञ्च वेदान्तवाक्यैः सद्गुरूपदेशेन च सर्वेष्वपि भूतेषु येषां ब्रह्मबुद्धिरुत्पन्ना ते जीवन्मुक्ता इत्यर्थः। ननु जीवन्मुक्तः कः? यथा देवोऽहं पुरुषोऽहं ब्राह्मणोऽहं शूद्रोऽहं अस्मीति निश्चयः, तथा नाहं ब्राह्मणः न शूद्रः न पुरुषः किन्तु असङ्गः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः प्रकाशस्वरूपः सर्वान्तर्यामी चिदाकाशरूपोऽस्मीति दृढनिश्चयरूपः अपरोक्षज्ञानवान् जीवन्मुक्तः ब्रह्मैवाहमस्तीति अपरोक्षज्ञानेन निखिलकर्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्तः स्यात्। कर्माणि कतिविधानि सन्तीति चेत् आगामि सञ्चितप्रारब्धभेदेन त्रिविधानि सन्ति। ज्ञानोत्पत्त्यनन्तरं ज्ञानि देहकृतं पुण्यपापरूपं कर्म यदस्ति तदागामीत्यभिधीयते। सञ्चितं कर्म किम्? अनन्तकोटिजन्मनां बीजभूतं सत् यत्कर्म जातं पूर्वार्जितं तिष्ठति तत्सञ्चितं ज्ञेयम्। प्रारब्धं कर्म किमिति चेत् इदं शरीरमुत्पाद्य इह लोके एवं दुःखादिप्रदं यत्कर्म तत्प्रारब्धं भोगेन नष्टं भवति। प्रारब्धकर्मणां भोगादेव क्षय इति। सञ्चितं कर्म ब्रह्मैवाहमिति निश्चयात्मकज्ञानेन नश्यति। आगामि कर्म अपि ज्ञानेन नश्यति। किञ्च आगामि कर्मणां नलिनीदलगतजलवत् ज्ञानिनां सम्बन्धो नास्ति। किञ्च ये ज्ञानिनं स्तुवन्ति भजन्ति अर्चयन्ति तान् प्रति ज्ञानिकृतम् आगामि पुण्यं गच्छति ये ज्ञानिनं निन्दन्ति द्विषन्ति दुःखप्रदानं कुर्वन्ति तान् प्रति ज्ञानिकृतं सर्वमागामि क्रियमाणं यदवाच्यं कर्म पापात्मकं तत् गच्छति तथा च आत्मवित् संसारं तीर्त्वा ब्रह्मानन्दमिहैव प्राप्नोति तरति शोकमात्मवित् इति श्रुतेः तनुं त्यजतु वा काश्यां स्वपचस्य गृहेऽथवा ज्ञानसम्प्राप्तिसमये मुक्तोऽसौ विगताशयः इति स्मृतेश्च तत्त्वबोधप्रकरणं समाप्तम् सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु.
Hari Om Brahmaraji, kindly guide us how we should.
Yeah. Yeah, Jai Gurudev. Since we finished reading from the text and doing Manana, maybe we can do the question answers today, remaining questions. I think we stopped at Panchakosha yesterday, no? We finished the koshas.
Yeah. But before that and in between also the certain important things were remaining. We can, I mean, as you say, Brahmaraji.
You mean the sense organs, the shrotradi, jnanendriya.
One Hari Om, Dr.
Yeah.
Ramana, that yesterday, I don't know, Dr. Savita is here today, so she was mentioning, even Suresh also is reviewing that one, what is this, Vijayji sent one Atma Bodh, right? It's more like a table, as if somebody read it and then trying to do like a flow chart kind of thing, you know, the same Tattva Bodh. Is it, would you think it'd be a good idea to read that? It doesn't say exactly who did it or anything, but it just, you know, I just reviewed 1 or 2 pages only, but it seems like okay, you know, but since we read the Tattva Bodh, even if there was something not conflicting, we would know which one is right. Is that something you would like to do? I mean, it's not anything must, but I just, because she brought it up yesterday, I wasn't sure what she wanted to do.
Right. No problem. I mean, that way there are lots of texts written, different commentaries written, but
Right.
maybe we should move on, right?
I mean, I really like sticking with one, but
I
just
think it's
looking
better
at,
because see, we're all students still. It would be better for us to stick with one authentic text, which is from the Chinmaya mission. No due respects to everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. But I think even I reviewed the last couple of pages, whatever, because we did the end of the session, right? It seemed like it seemed like you can understand a little bit better because it is in simple language. So that would also help. You know, again, you know, because of we are doing this, trying to memorize this or getting to know this verses, you know, the more we are understanding would be good for us, you know.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but maybe we can, today's session, we'll look at completing at least going as far as possible with the questions.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think? So then, maybe the next time around when we do the Tattva Bodh, we can go on through that. Or time permitting, we can spend one time tomorrow. But then the going through one text again, it will take up a whole lot of time. Now that
Right, exactly. Yeah.
we have understood some part, now that
Right.
we've done it from the Tattva Bodh from Swami Tejomayananda, the Rajashamshat, maybe there is a little error, or so to say, that we've picked up, that Vannehe Rajasamshat, from the fire, it's actually Pada. That is according to what we studied here. Whereas in the chant that we read today, it says Vannehe Rajashamshat Panindriyam Sambhutam. So I'm happy that we were able to, kind of pick up these finer things. This is my take on it. But if all of you think we should go through the other text, so be it. I think we can do that tomorrow, maybe, or we can individually study that. We leave that for individual study. Then,
no problem. I just thought I brought that up because that came up yesterday. Yeah.
So we go to the 5 sheets, beyond the 5 sheets.
We did we didn't do this Panchakoshatita.
Panchakoshatita.
We
That is what it is. Anandamaya
beyond the
Kaha.
5 sheets, we have to start. We did only 5 sheets. Yeah.
Right.
Panchakosha only we did.
Panchakoshatitaha Kaha is the question. Then I would request everybody to participate. Maybe it will be a good idea. One person asks, another answers, and whoever answers will ask the next question. So that way it will go like a flow. That's again only a suggestion. So maybe all of us then can participate.
Yeah, I was reading this, but can you kind of explain also, Dr. Brahmara, because this one I don't remember.
Madiyam Shariram, Madiyaha Pranaha, Madiyam Manascha, Madiya Buddhir, Madiyam Ajnanamiti, Svenaiva Jnayate, Tad Yatha Madiyatvena Jnatam Kataka Kundala Grihadikam Swasmad Bhinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Swasmad Bhinnam Madiyatvena Jnatamatmana Bhavati. That is, I'm just reading from the text, okay? Just as bangles, earrings, a house, etc. are known as mine, are all other than the knower, me, so too the 5 sheets, etc. are known by oneself as my body, my mind, my intellect, and my ignorance, are different from me and are therefore not the self. So what is the Panchakosha Titaha? That is Atma, right? The definition of Atma is Stula Sukshma Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Panchakosha Titaha San. Right? So what is this Panchakosha Titaha? So the example given is just like how bangles, earrings, house, etc. They are mine, but they are not me. They are not me, the knower. I know them.
So
they can't
5
be
sheets on.
Right. Similarly, I know all the 5 sheets. I know my Annamaya Kosha. I know my Pranamaya, Manomaya. I'm aware of them. They are objectified by me. So they are mine, but they are not me. And therefore they are not the self.
Okay, got it. So, yeah.
So just like how Swami Dayananda said.
Means. Madiyam means it's not. Is that what it meant? Madiyam?
Madiyam Shariram is my body. Madiyam is mine.
Oh, my body. Okay.
My body. Madiyaha Pranaha, my pranas. Madiyam Naha, my mind. So that is, Madiyam is mine.
But then they're negating it on the end. Okay.
They're negating it, isn't it? Just like how bangles, earrings, house, etc.
Not me.
Kataka Kundala Grihadikam.
Right.
Bhinnatvena, Swasmat Bhinnam. Swasmat is from myself, they are different. I don't become the bangle. The bangle is only mine.
They are mine, but they are not me.
Yeah, they are not.
Okay, yeah. Kadaka Kundala Grahita. Okay, it's in the middle somewhere. Then I was trying to figure out where they came with the ornaments. I was trying. Okay, got
Kataka
it.
Kundala Grihadikam.
Grihadika. Okay. I know in Sanskrit it can be anywhere. Okay, good.
Okay, so anyone wants to ask the question? Atma tarhi kaha.
Sachidananda Swarupaka.
Very good.
Satyam.
Let anyone.
Kalatrayepi api tishtati. Beyond the three kalas, the Atma is there.
Kalatrayapi tishtadi sat. Oh, I had to say Sachidananda Rupa, everybody knows it is of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss. Balaji asks questions.
So Chit Kim, Chit Kim.
Jnana Swarupaka. I think anybody can answer right. For time's sake, we can. It's actually
maybe they don't have the text with them or the PDF. You can refer
we can
to
probably
the PDF
project
for the
that.
text.
Yeah, if we can, please.
You want me to project, Brahmaraji?
Yeah, you project it for people who are still not completely conversant with it.
Okay.
At least there will be an opportunity for them to, for
The
all of us.
shloka only text, right? The shloka.
Yeah, the shloka text with the English transliteration. So people who don't know Sanskrit can also read.
Yeah, the one we just played. Atma Tarhi means what, Dr. Pramara?
Tarhi kaha is Atma Tarhi kaha. Then that means then. Tarhi is then. Then what is Atma?
Oh, then what is?
Okay. Yeah. So we spoke of Panchakoshatita. So Atma Tarhi kaha.
So Sachidananda Swarupaha. Satyam is Kalatrayepi Tishtadi Sat. What is existence? That which remains unchanged in the three periods. Oh, you want to go here?
Bela, maybe you can show the one that you showed in the beginning, that along with the chant.
Okay, you can talk to Vala, right?
So Chit Kim Jnana Swarupaha. So what is consciousness? It is of the nature of absolute knowledge.
Oh, yeah. It is of absolute knowledge. Yeah. So Anandaha Kaha.
Sukha Swarupaha. So what is Ananda? What is bliss? It is of the nature of absolute happiness. Evam Sachidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniyat. Thus, one should know oneself to be of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss.
I hope the text is there. Yeah. Are you able to see the text?
Yes. Yeah. So we go to the universe and Maya. Atah Chaturvimshati Tattvotpatti Prakaram Vakshamaha. So now we shall explain the evolution of the 24 factors. These are the 24 factors through by which the whole universe is made. So, Brahmashraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Maya ka. So the question we can only ask ourselves. Maya ka. What is Maya? Brahmashraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Maya is of the nature of the three qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas and exists depending upon Brahman.
Oh, okay.
Prabharaji,
Brahmashraya means depending on
Brahman.
Brahmashraya. Okay.
Yes.
Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti.
Can we ask like Maya Kidrishi or Maya
Yeah.
Ka?
Maya ka, Maya Kidrishi.
Sati Tattva Pati Akaram Bhakshyamah.
Then Panchabhutaha ke. Then you can answer. Tataha. Anyone can take it up. How do the 5 elements come?
Yeah, this is very nice, right?
Pancha
Like a song.
Mahabhuta Katham Sambhutani. So,
Tatak Akashaka Sambhutaka. Akashat Vayuhu. Vayu Tejaka. Vayu Tejaka. Tejasa Apaha. Abhyaha Prithvi. Abhyaha Prithvi. So it's from that the Maya, from the Maya.
In the book Chinmaya Mission, this Abhyaha, here they have written Abhyayaha.
Adhyaha.
But in the Chinmaya Mission's book, it is
Adhyaha. Adhyaha in the Chinmaya book. Yeah, I remember that. Because I remember reading
all
it.
typos from one next to it's actually Adhyaha.
Which is correct.
ADBH, that's how it's spelled. Here Abhyaha it says. There it was saying Adhyaha.
Adhyayaha.
Adhyaha. Prithvi. So from that, Maya space was born, from space air, from air fire, from fire water, from water earth.
Yeah, I honestly don't know which is correct, whether it's Adhyaha or Abhyaha.
Or Abhyayaha.
Yeah, maybe we can verify that. But I'm aware of that.
That we have to verify from Nanaji or someone.
Yeah. We can check in a Sanskrit. So, how does the 3 qualities evolve further? Etesham, someone can read this one. Huh?
Yes, yeah, sattva aspect, right?
Yes, sattva aspect. It's open to everybody to read, huh? We should all take
too small, you can zoom it up and then you can read also.
This text cannot be further zoomed. It is this text I cannot zoom anymore. This is the maximum.
Problem. I think individually people can zoom in their instruments in the phone, or that is okay. This is quite visible. It's quite visible.
Because I have done it. Here it is.
Biology, we can do it ourselves individually, because you may not be able to do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It was Satvik Shat, yeah. Yeah, anyone would like to read the Sanskrit? Please go ahead. Etesham पञ्चतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य सात्विकांशात् श्रोत्रेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्. Means from the Akash Satvikamsha Shotrendriya. Vayoho Satvikamsha Tvagindriyam Sambhutam. From the Satvik aspect of the air, the organ of touch, Tvagindriyam. Agnehe Satvikamshat Chakshurindriyam Sambhutam. From the Satvik aspect of Agni,
So
the
the
organ of
one quick question, sorry.
yeah, please.
Tvagindriyam, tvag is the skin. That's
Yes.
tvag is the skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
It is tvak, but with the sandhi, I believe it is become ga.
Shrotrendriyam, okay.
Tvak,
It's very
tvak,
nice.
tvak and indriya, tvagendra.
So with the fire, Satvikamsha, the organ of sight, the eye. And from the Jalasya Satvikamshat, Rasanendriyam Sambhutam. From the Satvik aspect of the water, the organ of taste, that is the tongue. Yeah. And Prithivya Satvikamshat, Gnanendriyam Sambhutam. From the Satvik aspect of the organ of smell, the nose, evolved. Now there is.
Yeah. Etesham panchatattvanam samishti satvikamshat manobuddhya hankara chittantah karanani sambhutani. Manah kaha. I think this we should all get by heart because these are all the definitions of the different aspects of the antahkarana. Manah kaha sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Buddhi
Buddhi Nishayatmika.
Nischayatmika buddhi.
Buddhi. Aham karta, aham karaha. Oh, this is
Ahankaraha kaha.
Surajji keeps saying this ego,
Yes.
right? Aham
Ahankarta,
karta,
ahankara.
Actually, I remember all these four.
Yeah. Chittam.
Important pieces.
Chittam kin. Chintana kartra chittam.
What is that one? This is for the memory, right? Chintana
This is the memory. Yeah. Chittam.
Chittam.
Manaso devata chandramaha. Buddhehe brahma. Ahankarasya rudraha. Chittasya vasudevaha.
Here itself they gave the gods here for the Antakarana, but then they didn't do the gods for this other one.
That I think was done already. It was done after the Stula Sharira. We finished that there. I think we didn't go through. That's what Bela was mentioning, but we can go through that again afterwards. We'll go forward with this.
But it was in the sloka also it came, right? It was there in one of the sloka. Right?
It was there when we were talking about the Shrotram, Jnana, Chakshu, Shrotrasya Vishaya, Shabda Grahanam. There it came. All the Devatas also came in there.
Okay. So it's not in this part. Okay.
Etesham panchatattvanam madhye akashasya rajasamshat vagindriyam sambhutam. Now it's coming to the rajasa aspect. Vayoho rajasamshat panindriyam sambhutam. Vannehe rajasamshat padindriyam sambhutam. Jalasya rajasamshat upasthendriyam sambhutam. Prithivya rajasamshat gudendriyam sambhutam. Etesham samishti rajasamshat panchapranaha sambhutaha. So from the rajasic aspect of space, the organ of speech is formed. From the rajas aspect of air, the organ of grasping, the hands are formed. From the rajas aspect of fire, the organ of locomotion, the legs are formed. From the rajas aspect of water, the organ of procreation, the genitals are formed. From the rajas aspect of earth, the organ of excretion, the anus is formed. From the total rajas aspect of these 5 elements, the 5 vital airs, pranas, are formed. Such a beautiful derivation of how the human body is formed. Unlike what we learn in medicine.
Prana is also Rajasic, this thing.
It is movement, right? Any
Movement,
prana is
right.
that moves. So all that comes from the rajas aspect.
And these speech and
Karmendriyas. All the 5 karmendriyas.
very beautiful. Yes. This was
Right?
little bit confusion about that locomotion. That
Ha.
is very clear now. Thank you.
Right. Etesham panchatattvanam madhye tamasamshat panchīkrita panchatatvani bhavanti. Panchīkaranam katham iti chet etesham panchamahabhutanam tamasamshasvarupam ekamekam bhutam dvida vibhajya ekamekamardham prithak tushnim vyavasthapya aparamaparamadham chaturtha vibhajya स्वार्धमन्येषु अर्धेषु स्वभागचतुष्टय संयोजनं कार्यं तदा पंचीकरणं भवति. एतेभ्यः पंचीकृत पंचमहाभूतेभ्यः स्थूलशरीरं भवति. So from the tamasa aspect of these 5 elements, the grossified 5 elements are born. If it is asked how Panchikarana takes place, it is as follows. The tamasa aspect of each of the 5 elements divides into 2 equal parts. One half of each remains intact. The other half of each gets divided into 4 equal parts. To the intact half of one element, 1/8 portion from each of the other elements gets joined. Panchikarana is complete. From these 5 grossified elements, the gross body is formed. You remember the definition of Sthula Sharira? What is Sthula Sharira? Can anyone remember what Sthula Sharira is?
Sthula Sharira is
Tamasic aspect of
correct.
5
No,
elements.
the correct, which is right. But the definition, yes, go ahead, beta.
Asti jayate vardhate viparinimate
apakshiyate.
Apakshiyate
Vinashyati.
Vinashyati.
So the starting of Sthula Sharira is what?
Panchikrita
Panchamahabhutaihi kritam. Satkarma janyam. So the tamasa aspect of all the 5 elements, after undergoing this panchikarana, this division, subdivision, and then rejoining, they form the Sthula Sharira, which is asti, it is there, jayate, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati iti, shad vikaravat. It has these 6 modifications. That is Sthula Sharira. And that is gross. You can see it. Anything gross that we see is made from this panchi, from the tamasa aspect.
And it enjoys and suffers.
Yeah.
Both. Bhoga. It enjoys and
Bhogayatanam shariram.
Panchikaranam, when you say gross body, right? Sorry, I don't know.
Yes, gross body.
The voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking.
And
I'm wondering, like
satkarma
all this gross body, all the sense organs and everything is formed, right, in gross body.
This Manana, no, it helps so much to
separate ourselves from these gross things. It's a wonderful thing going on. And gratitude also comes. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Mara didn't understand your question. What is your question? Okay. So the relationship now.
तत्र सूक्ष्मशरीरस्य कृते अपञ्चीकृत.
Ha. Sukshma Sharira Apanchikrita Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam. That is not visible, isn't it? You can only feel it. You cannot see hunger. You can only feel hunger. You cannot see the pranas. You can only experience their effects.
And
Sukshma Sharira is Atma Abhimani and Sthula Sharira is what Abhimani? That one sentences are clear.
Yeah. Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Taijasa iti uchyate. And
no,
Karana
Vishwa is
Sharira
the
Abhimani
Sthula
Prajna iti
Sharira.
uchyate.
सूक्ष्म शरीराभिमानी तैजस स्थूल शरीराभिमानी
Atma.
विश्व इति उच्यते.
Sorry,
Vishwa.
Vishwa. Sthula Sharirabhimani Atma Vishwa iti uchyate. Sukshma
With the gross
Sharirabhimani
body is
Atma
Vishwa, and
Taijasa.
the other body, what is Sushma, is the Tejasa, and
Right.
then Prajna is the
Karana Sharira.
Karna Sharira, right?
And Sthula Sharira is Vishwa.
Vishwa iti uchyate. We see the world.
Vishwa iti uchyate. Yeah. Means it gets
Self-identified with the gross body.
So, evam pinda brahmandayo raikyam sambhutam. So, again, going back to how is this pinda brahmandayo raikyam sambhutam? How is this the equation between pinda and brahmanda coming up? Because again, what is Maya? Where does the world come from? Comes from Brahmashraya Maya. All these 5 elements. 5 elements come from the Maya. Where is Maya? It is dependent on Brahma. Brahmashraya Maya. Sattva rajas tamo gunatmika Maya asti. And etesham panchamaha bhutani bhavanti. So,
Panchamaha bhutani bhavanti.
in the beginning,
born.
in the beginning it is Akasha that is born. So from there everything starts. Therefore, Pinda Brahmandayo Raikyam Sambhutam.
Would you mind just using once again just the element, just the name which comes first?
See, Brahmashraya Maya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Tataha Akasha Sambhutaha. Akashat Vayuhu. Vayor Agnihi. Tejasa Apaha. Adbhya Prithvi. So from the most subtle to the most gross. That's how it forms. So Brahma, then Maya, from Maya Akasha. From Akasha is Vayu. Vayu Agni. Agni Apaha. Apaha Prithvi, the earth. And we saw how from the Sattvikamshat, how everything is formed. The 5 sense organs. And then the Samishti Sattvikamshat, you get the Antakarana. Similarly, from the Rajasamshat, we have the 5 organs of action, Karmendriyas. And the Samishti Rajasamshat, we get the Panchapranaha. Then from the Tamasa aspect,
we just have to do some match the following kind of questions.
So you have the 5, all the gross body forms.
Yeah. No, the Sattvika you did, and then you went to the
Rajasa.
The Antakarana, right? Sattvik.
That is the Samishti Satvikam. The total of all the Samishti Sattvikamshat is 5 the total of all the 5 the Sattvika Amsha of all the 5 elements. From there,
so that Samasti means it's a total. Samasti. Total, okay.
Samishti is total.
Okay, got it.
So
Samishti.
therefore,
So is
evam pinda brahmandayor aikyam sambhutam. That is why there is the equation between the pinda and brahmanda.
So the Pinda and Brahmanda is the Pinda considered as a microcosm?
Yes. Pinda
Or
is microcosm or jiva. Brahmanda is
the
the
macrocosm?
macrocosm.
I thought micro is like more of elements forming all these things.
No, anything in nature you take, for instance, whether it's a leaf or a flower or our own human body, if you consider that as a microcosm, that has all the elements that are there in that the whole universe is made of.
So whatever we are seeing is made of all these 5 elements. It's grossified.
So this actually gives us an opportunity to experience that sarvatma bhava. Everything is same between you and me. Absolutely, there's nothing different.
Right.
We're made of the same 5 elements in different combinations, though. So,
it also
yes.
It also reminds me the beautiful note by our Puja Gurudev. He said, no, the butterfly flapping, how it is also affecting the whole cosmos, no? The flapping butterfly.
The butterfly effect.
Yeah. How important.
We're all actually one huge organism, including the earth. That is why there's so much of, if you look at all the service activities, there's so much of river rejuvenation, planting trees. Why? Because the whole earth, we take care of the whole universe. The earth is one organism. Like how we take care of our own body. If something happens to us, we go to the doctor. Similarly, the environment is bleeding here. Environment is so diseased right now. So taking care of that is part of this yat pinde tat brahmande. Right. So stula sharirabhimani jivanamakam brahma pratibhimbam bhavati. Sa eva jivaha prakritya swasmat ishwaram bhinnatvena janati. Avidyopadihi san atma jiva ityuchyate. मायोपाधिः सन् ईश्वर इत्युच्यते. एवं उपाधिभेदात् जीवेश्वर भेद दृष्टिः यावत् पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत् पर्यन्तं जन्म मरणादि रूप संसारो न निवर्तते. तस्मात् कारणात् न जीवेश्वरयोर् भेद बुद्धिः स्वीकार्या. So here the relationship of the individual and the Lord is the reflection of truth, Brahman, which identifies with the gross body, is called the individual Jiva. So, Brahma Pratibhimbam, right? So, the reflection of the body. If you remember that example where you have the sun and the different buckets of water and the reflection of the sun in each individual bucket.
Brahmaraji, any reason why here it is written Sthula Sharirabhimani and Bhavati? I thought that like if we say Sukshma Sharirabhimani, Jivanamakam Brahma Pratibhim Asti. It is there only, right? It is already there. Bhavati maybe because it is gross, that's why it is said Bhavati.
I don't know, maybe Bhavati, Asti, both are quite the same, right? The meaning is the same.
Bhavati is like making. It becomes. It is, and Asti is like being. That is the meaning. Yeah.
But here they just said maybe Sthula Sharirabhimani. The Jiva is identified as an individual body, right? So here they've just given the example of the Sthula Sharira. But of course, the Jiva also identifies himself with the Sthula Sharira as well. And the Karana Sharira. It is all the three that he identifies with. You say my mind, my intellect. So they've just given that as an example. The Stula Sharira is just an indication of the difference between the Jiva and the and Ishvara. So I don't know the answer to your question between Asti and Bhavati, Bela. But we'll just get the gist of
Bhavati is
it.
becoming. Bhavati is becoming. Asti means it's that.
Being, becoming, and it is like
Being.
the whole journey is from becoming to being only, actually, our whole journey. Becoming to being. We believe that our body is mine, our Sukshma Sharir is mine. But in Brahma Pratibim Asti only, it is, but our conditioning is
It is written by Adi Shankaracharya, right? I mean, unless somebody modified it somewhere.
No, it is correct only. Because with
Yeah.
gross Sharir, it is with gross, it is made.
It's just they're identifying with it. That's what it says. That reflection
Yeah,
of Brahman which
No, I'm
identifies
not
itself
trying
with the God.
to find out the mistake. I'm just trying to understand that is there any meaning
No,
behind
I get it. Like I say, Bhavanti and Bhavati. What's the difference in that? So Bhavati is becoming and Bhavanti is the born.
here in the explanation, Bhavati is mentioned as is.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. So the reflection of truth, Brahman, which identifies with the gross body, is called the individual Jiva. This individual by nature considers the Lord Ishvara to be essentially different from himself or herself. The self Atma, conditioned by ignorance, avidya, is called the individual, and when conditioned by Maya, is called the Lord. Their difference is due to the conditionings. So long as the notion that the individual and the Lord are essentially different remains, till then there is no redemption from the samsara, which is in the form of repeated birth, death, and so on. Due to that reason, the notion that the individual is essentially different from the Lord should not be accepted. This is all so important for our nididhyasana, for reflecting on this. So it is only because of the conditionings that we are different. That Jiva is a pratibhimbam of Ishvara. Jiva is the Atma which is conditioned by avidya. And when the Atma is conditioned by Maya, we becomes Ishvara. So when you remove the conditionings in this equation, Atma plus avidya is Jiva. Atma plus Maya is Ishvara. So when you remove the conditionings, avidya and Maya, you negate, you remove. So what remains is only Atma. Atma equals Jiva, Atma equals Ishvara. So then there is only Atma that remains. Jiva and Ishvara are the same.
And that is Brahman.
That is Brahman, right? That is the...
Atma plus Maya is what?
Is Ishvara.
Ishvara.
Yeah,
Ishvara.
Brahmashraya Maya.
Right?
Yeah.
Nanu.
This is the...
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
What is it? I couldn't hear.
No. This shloka is the takeaway of the whole Tattva bodha,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
This shloka.
This is the explanation of Tattvam Asi.
Yeah,
That I think
Mahavakya.
we're coming to the Lakshyartaha and Vachyartaha now. Then inquiry into the statement Tattvam Asi. Nanu sahankarasya kinchigyasya jivasya nirahankarasya sarvagyasya ishvarasya tattvamasiti mahavakyat kathama beda buddhihi syadubhayoh viruddha dharmakrantatvat. But the individual is endowed with ego and his knowledge is limited, whereas the Lord is without ego and is omniscient. Then how can there be identity as stated in the great statement that thou art. Between these two who are possessed of contradictory characteristics. So how is it possible now? Iti chenna, if asked thus, sthula sukshma sharirabhimani tvam pada varjataha. Upadhi vinirmuktam samadhi dasha sampannam shuddham chaitanyam tvam pada lakshyarthaha. Evam sarvajñatvadi vishishta ishvaraha tat pada vachyarthaha. Upadhi shunyam shuddham chaitanyam tat pada lakshyarthaha. Evam cha jiveshwarayoho chaitanya rupena bhede badhaka bhavaha. If there is such a doubt, that is iti chenna, if there is such a doubt, how can this limited person who has an ego be equated to the omniscient Ishvara who is without the ego? If there is such a doubt, no, it is not so. The literal meaning of the word thou is the one identified with the gross and subtle bodies. The implied meaning of the word thou is pure consciousness, which is free from all conditionings and which is appreciated in the state of deep meditation. So also the literal meaning of the word that is the Lord who is endowed with omniscience, etc. The implied meaning of the word that is the pure consciousness free from all conditionings. Thus, there is no contradiction regarding the essential oneness between the individual and the Lord from the standpoint of consciousness. So when you remove the literal meanings and look at the implied meaning of the words tat and tvam, then that there is they mean only one, which is pure consciousness. Whereas the literal meaning of tvam is sthula sukshma sharirabhimani. Whereas the implied meaning is pure consciousness, shuddham chaitanyam. So varchartaha and lakshyartaha. Varchartaha is the literal meaning, whereas lakshyartaha is the implied meaning. So similarly, I think as we are students, when there are small typos here and there, when there is this adhyaha or abdyaha, the literal meaning may be literal, word might be different in different things. But when we look at the implied meaning, you go beyond that literal. We don't get stuck with those little word differences, right? So we just get the implied meaning. So the implied meaning, there is only oneness. There is only one pure consciousness. Then the man of realization.
From this Nanu Sagamskaryasya, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, that is the one talking about.
Okay.
That one and the next one also. The next paragraph.
Next one is what the
Sthula Sukshma Sharirabhimani.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, the whole paragraph there. Then Jivan Muktaha, man of realization. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi Sadgurupadeshena cha Sarveshvapi Bhuteshu Esham Brahma Buddhi Rutpanna Te Jivan Muktaha Ityarthaha. Thus, by the words of Vedanta and the teachings of the Sadguru, those in whom the vision of the truth is born in all beings are liberated while living. Jivan Muktaha. Nanu Jivan Muktaha Kaha. Does anyone want to read this?
यथा देहोहम पुरुषोहम ब्राह्मणोहम शूद्रोहम अस्ति शूद्रोहम
अस्मीति
अस्मीति दृढ़निश्चयस्त
तथा नाहं ब्राह्मणः न शूद्रः न पुरुषः किन्तु असङ्गः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः प्रकाशरूपः सर्व सर्वान्तर्यामी चिदाकाशरूपोऽस्मि इति दृढनिश्चयः रूपो अपरोक्षज्ञानवान् जीवनमुक्तः.
Very good. So then, who is the one liberated while living? Just as we have firm belief that I am the body, I am a man, I am a Brahmin, or I am a Shudra. In the same way, one who, by his immediate knowledge, aparoksha jnana, has firmly ascertained, I am not a Brahmin, I am not a Shudra, I am not a man, but I am unattached and of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss, effulgent, the indweller of all, and the formless awareness, is one liberated while living. It's like how effortlessly we understand. People like me, the people who are ignorant, as soon as you wake up, you say, this is my body. There's no need for us to have any special knowledge about this body, this house, and the belongings. Similarly, as effortlessly, the Jivan Mukta considers himself as nature, existence, consciousness, Sachidananda Rupaha, Aham Asmiti.
Asangaha.
Asangaha, Drida Nischayena. And it's ascertained, it is completely like, there's no doubt about it, no shaky truth about it. This is our goal. This paragraph is the goal of every mumukshu.
Here asanga means not body.
Asanga is unattached.
Yeah. It's
Unattached
not
to any of these. Yeah.
Any
Different
of
from like
your
Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Panchakoshatitaha San. That is the definition of and he moves like the wind. Asaktaha Vayuvat Charet. Right. Brahmaivahamasmiti aparoksha jnanena nikhila karma bandha vinirmuktaha syat. So by the immediate knowledge I am Brahman alone, one becomes free from the bondage of all karmas. Now, karmani katividani santi iti chet, agami sanchita prarabdha bhedena trividhani santi. You know, Adi Shankaracharya, we should be so indebted to him. In what a beautiful way he's strung the whole different questions together to bring in the complete understanding of what freedom is, what bondage is, what is Atma, how is the universe made. Now he comes to, if it is asked, how many kinds of karma are there? The reply is, there are 3 kinds of karmas, agami, sanchita and prarabdha. Agami karma kim? Jnanotpatyanantaram jnani deha kritam punya papa rupam karma yadasti tad agamityabhidhiyate. The results of action, good or bad, performed by the body of the realized soul, jnani, after the dawn of knowledge, are known as agami. Here, there's a little understanding. It is not just the body of a jnani, even ajnani also.
I don't know why they are written only for the
Forms.
Jnani.
Yeah, maybe because, see, Suresh,
It should be for Jnani also.
In the later part, it explains how agami, the punya papa of a jnani goes to the 2 different people. So maybe that is the reason. Maybe. But agami, you and I also create.
And,
otherwise,
but that should go to Sanchita karma, no? Later.
It will go. It goes,
for ignorant people. And for knowledgeable people, it is distributed.
It is distributed. For knowledgeable people, there is no sanchita karma only. Sanchita karma gets destroyed. It's like a burnt seed for jnanis. Sanchitam karma kim anantakoti janmanam bijabhutam sat yat karma jatam purvarjitam tishtati tat sanchitam jneyam. The results of action performed in all previous births, which are in seed form and giving rise to endless crores of births in future, are called sanchita, accumulated karma. Prarabdha karma kimiti chet idam shariram utpadya ihaloke eva sukhadukhadi pradam yat karma tat prarabdham bhogena nashtam bhavati. Prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshaya iti. Having given birth to this body, the actions which give result in this very world in the form of happiness or misery and which can be destroyed only by enjoying or suffering them is called prarabdha karma.
So my
Sanchitam
question
karma,
is,
yeah.
Is the prarabdha karma can be taken care of by any Guru Krupa, Ishwar Krupa, or we have to compulsory go through it? Prarabdha karma, we have to go through it. There is no chance to come out of it.
No chance to come out of it. Guru Krupa can only kind of lessen the impact. See, like pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So the grace can kind of take away your suffering. Instead of suffering like without Guru's grace, you may have had to go through and suffer a lot. With the grace of the master, pain is there, but you will not suffer as much.
No, pain is there, you will not suffer. Suffering is the attitude. Suffering
Swami
is
Chinmayananda
attitude.
said, in that beautiful sentence, what I get is God's gift to me. What I do with what I get is my gift to God.
No, here, yes. Here I again remember Gurudev's story that he says, no, कि दो टोपी को बाण आके उड़ा के लेके गया, आपके सर को लगना था, लेकिन वो टोपी को लेके गया.
Correct. That is in a physical form, but here, mentally also, your attitude towards what you're going through, there are two people. One person suffers and goes through a lot of pain and, suffering. There is another person who's connected with a guru or who has Guru's grace, is going through the same pain, but is smiling through it. Yeah, that makes the difference. Sanchitam karma brahmaivahamiti nischayatmaka jnanena nashyati. Sanchita karma is destroyed by the firm knowledge, I am the truth, Brahman alone. Agami karma api jnanena nashyati. Kincha agami karmanam nalini dala gata jalavat jnaninam sambandho nasti. The agami karma is also destroyed by knowledge, and the wise man is not affected by it, as a lotus leaf is not affected by the water on it. Kincha e jnaninam stuvanti bhajanti archayanti tan prati jnani kritam agami karma agami punyam gacchati. E jnaninam nindanti dvishanti dukkha pradanam kurvanti tan prati jnani kritam sarvamagami kriyamanam yada vachyam karma papatmakam tad gacchati. Suhrudaha punyakrityam duhrudaha papakrityam grinanti iti. So further, to those who praise, serve and worship the wise man, go the results of the good actions done by the wise man. To those who criticize, hate or cause pain to the wise man, go the results of all unpraiseworthy and sinful actions done by the wise. Here I had a doubt as to how, from a wise man, how can there be some papa krityam karma? That is, Nana had said, it's by unintentionally. If he's like walking and he steps on some ant, or without his intention, there is some, some destruction happening. So that is the papa krityam.
And also prarabdha.
Yeah, I was about to say it is prarabdha.
Brahmaraji, in chanting, I think this line is not there, this last line.
Okay. The results of self-knowledge, tatha cha atma vid samsaram tirtva brahmananda mihaiva prapnoti tarati shokamatmavit iti shrutehe tanum tyajatu va kashyam shvapachasya gृहेथवा jnana samprapti samaye muktosau vigatashayah iti smritescha. Thus, the knower of the self, having crossed samsara, attains supreme bliss here itself. The Shruti affirms, the knower of the self goes beyond all sorrow. Let the wise man cast off his body in Kashi or in the house of a dog-eater. It is immaterial because at the time of gaining knowledge itself, he is liberated, being freed from all the results of his actions. So assert the Smritis too. Iti Tattva bodha prakaranam samaptam. Thus ends the prakarana called Tattva bodha. So, what I was just remembering when reading this last paragraph, that the Shruti affirms the knower of the self goes beyond all sorrow. Gurudev says in the last video of advanced course, he says, know that there is no misery in the world. So when you're coming from the space of self-knowledge, there is no misery at all. As long as we identify ourselves with that jiva, with that limitation, as long as we are under the cover of avidya, you go on into this grind of samsara. But when we remove that shackle, with knowledge, the sword of knowledge, then there is only bliss, an eternal bliss. Right. So what we'll do tomorrow, today is, just got a minute left. I think we will have to, as good students, read or listen to the Tattva Bodh so that we get all these definitions by heart. Then it would be useful for our own study and evolution. So that I think we will do. So tomorrow, like Dr. Savita and Dr. Mara had mentioned, do you want to go through that other text quickly? Let's not spend too much time on it, but maybe we can... I haven't gone through it myself, so I can't comment on that. We'll either do that or...
Actually, it is point-wise, no? So it is not a text. Like if somebody is reading, then it would hardly take a minute or 2 minutes.
Okay.
But you have to concentrate on that so that it is just a revision sort of.
Okay, so should we do that tomorrow then?
It's like a flow chart. It's like a flow chart.
Yeah, it revises your knowledge.
Computer flow chart, like
done. Then let's do
from
that
this
tomorrow.
to that is
fine. Let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Should we play this audio before we start the text, or we directly
No, I think we'll skip the audio, Belaji. That's taking about half an hour, no? So that we can individually listen to when we are doing our work and doing our daily chores, or you're just walking. You can just plug in and then listen to it. That I would... maybe we should do that as a regular thing.
Prabhuji, one more guidance, please. We want to by heart this Tattva Bodh and also the Dvichatvarimshat shlokas. Kindly tomorrow you can tell us how we can go about it. Whether we can meet the time, and then we can, as a group, we study, or how we, please kindly guide tomorrow.
No, this, like Shri, there's nothing greater than Shravana. So keep listening to it. So keep listening to this this recording of Tattva Bodh is one way to, get it by heart. So that will be
Also,
the
like if we can, like we do one adhyay daily. If we can add to it like at least 5 verses of it, or maybe 10 verses, repeating every day. So basically, that repetition when happens, then it automatically you get to learn
See,
it. Yeah.
We can meet in between, like
do
the time
one at a time will be good for you.
You are
Because
available.
Asangoham, we heard so many times. Now it has stuck to me immediately.
So
It's
what
just,
we do is,
it is behind my mind. Asangoham, punah punah, Satchidananda Swarupoham, Ahamevavam Avayam. It means it has to be within you, even though if you are not spelling it correctly, but the meaning has to be with you.
Yeah.
Similarly, like that, we have to follow. So listening daily, then only we'll do. So we have to homework it, do you as a homework or as a teamwork also. Okay.
So like Dr. Savita suggested, we can have a few, at random, maybe initially we'll go chapter wise, but later at random we can ask questions, maybe 10 questions every day. But I think we'll do this at the beginning of the thing. So I would request everyone to log in as soon as possible so that we can finish this, so that Manana towards the end doesn't get interrupted with questions. So we'll have about 10 questions every day till each of us gets all of them by heart. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll close up here today. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev. Bella, are you able to play the Maya Panchakam?
Yeah, okay. Just give me 2 minutes, please.
Yeah.
निरुपमनित्यनिरंशकेऽप्यखण्डे मयि चिति सर्वविकल्पनादिशून्ये घटयति जगदीश जीवभेदम् त्वघटितघटना पटीयसीमा त्वघटितघटना पटीयसीमा श्रुतिशतनिगमार्थनादिनिदर्शनेन सद्यः कलुषयति च उत्पदाद्यभिन्ना घटना पटीयसीमाया सुखचिदखण्डविद्वितीयम् विदनलादिविनिर्मिते भवसागरे नितान्तम् अघटितघटना पटीयसीमाया अपगतगुणवर्णजातिभेदे सुखति विप्रविडाद्यहं कृतिं च स्फुरति उतदारकेहमुं त्वघटितघटना पटीयसी हरिहर भावा न घटित घटना पठित